Hello, bonjour everybody. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for watching my video. Special thanks for those who subscribe to my channel. And today's video is going to be Flames of War Battle Report. We already saw 2 battle reports of the campaign, Ace campaign Cassino. So that's the third one. Cassino is a version 3 book of Flames of War. And what I did is I used the chart for the unit available for the battle from the book. But if a unit is not part of the version 4, it will not be able to be used. And otherwise, the stat endpoint would be from version 4. That particular Ace campaign is a evolved Ace campaign. That means by that is you start with a certain amount of point on the first battle. Then the second battle, you will increase the number of points for your unit. And the third battle, you increase again the point. Also, when you get an increment, you get more troops or vehicles available. So from the first battle, we had 35 points, was basically only infantry. On the third battle, we reached 70 points, but we are able to receive support, including tank or anti-tank, like the Stug for the German. So this battle is a LIRI Valley. The third battle, it's called Hitler Line. This time it's still the British. When you start that Ace campaign, you have to keep the same unit. So my German was Fallschirmjäger at the beginning, so I have to keep the Fallschirmjäger throughout the Ace campaign. I could have choose Panzergrenadier or the Grenadier, for example. The same goes for the Allied. I cannot play the American on one and then change for the British or the French on the second and third one. So I choose the American for the British for that. The reason for that, I don't have any American or French troops. So that's going to be my British against the German Fallschirmjäger. And what it said about LIRI Valley Route Battle 3 Hitler Line. So Ardennes defense with those who fought in the LIRI Valley on their way to Rome. So that's basically where the Germans are really like, they know if it breaks, it's open the road to Rome, so they will push and try to do anything to block and delay the advance of the Allies. So again, the mission selections: 1-2 no retreat, 3-4 breakthrough, 5-6 fighting withdrawal. So LIRI Valley 2, I choose no retreats. Now in the third battle, I choose fighting withdrawal. The reason for that, at that point, the anti-Hitler line, and not only in LIRI Valley, but coast to coast of the Italian campaign, are starting to break up, and the Germans are starting to lose ground. At the same time, the Americans already landed in Enzio, that is between Rome and the LIRI Valley, if I remember right. And the Germans now are afraid that if the Americans are able to move forward in the Enzio Beach, from the Enzio Beach, they will cut the unit in from the rear. So they want to withdraw so they can reform later on and still delay the advance of the Allied. So that's why it's going to be fighting withdrawal. We are going away, but we try to make as much damage as we can against the Allied and delay as much as we can. The mission rules is the defender may place up to 4 of the following fortifications in the deployment area before placing any objective: up to 1 minefield, up to 4 barbed wire entanglement, up to 2 heavy machine gun. So for me, I decide to a maximum of 2 minefield or barbed wire, because in version 4, it's 1 for every 25 points. I have 50 points. So I'm playing a mix here of version 3 and 4. So instead to have 2 minefield, I have 1 minefield, because it says maximum 1 minefield, and I decide to have 1 barbed wire. Also, gun nest, machine gun nest, it's something you may purchase in version 4 depending on the scenario. So because it's available in version 4, I decide to use 2 heavy gun nests at 2 points each, and we'll play the stat of Bagration German. When you look at machine gun nest, there's some stat, and that's what the stat would be used for that heavy gun nest. The attacker may place one more objective in addition to their normal one, plus this objective using the same instruction as the others. Once all platoons have been deployed, but before the game begins, the attacker must remove one of the objectives they placed from the table. All attacking platoon may make a reconnaissance deployment. See the Flames of War rulebook after initial deployment. So basically, if technically I will have placed 2 allied objectives, my German would deploy thinking they had to cover all that, and at the beginning of the game, we'll remove 1 objective. So when we go around the troops and their deployment, you will see there's only 2 objectives. It's technically I remove 1, etc. When they talk about reconnaissance deployment, version 4 don't have anymore, so it wouldn't be placed on that. So that's the idea of my ace campaign. 70 points, allied. Now, because it's an ace campaign, the formation commander have a special ability. And for the 3rd campaign, it's both tactic, because when you go down one line, according to the book, you have to stay with the same. So turn 1, it is 1, and then you have to pick right underneath. So when you choose on the first battle an ace ability, you have to keep in mind that you have to take the 2nd and the 3rd one, and the 3rd one was really important for the British, so that's why they took that one. So for the German, once per game, the ace may call a 4-gun 155mm bombardment. They don't have that, so it's a 4-gun 10.5 stat. But once per game, the formation commander can call for that. He has to spot for it for the bombardment. Burn them out for the British. That means every infantry platoon may replace 1 team for a flamethrower team. So that's what I did. So every platoon, there's 2 platoons, have 1 flamethrower inside the platoon. So that completes the ace campaign. Let's see what force we have on the table. When we look at the mission fighting withdrawal, all allied troops have to start no more than 8 inches from the back of the table. So all my troops are 8 inches back of the table. So at this end, we have 1 team heavy machine gun. We have a platoon of 3 universal carrier. In the back in the forest, we have a platoon of artillery. Then we move toward the center where the main road is and where the push should be. We have 1 infantry platoon of 17 with these flamethrowers. Formation commander is there. We have 2 planes to support the advance of the British. On the hill here, we have 4 heavy machine guns as well. We have another platoon of 7 rifle company with a flamethrower. We have a mortar team, and we finish with 3 Sherman at the far end. The table size is 4 by 6. The idea is to have the Sherman going from the side, so instead of the road, to avoid shooting at the tank with their anti-tank for the German. On the German side of the map, we remember there was lots of hill. The LIRI Valley means there's hill on both sides, so the German are positioned their defensive Hitler line right into those hills, block the valley, so from any advance. So we have here, right in front of the hill, 2 gun nests, so at 2 points each, 2 machine gun nests at 2 points each for 4 points. We have the formation commander of the Fallschirmjäger on top of the hill, so they see pretty much the entire valley. We have 2 air defense 88. We have a platoon of 7, we call them Fallschirmjäger. We have a 2nd platoon of Fallschirmjäger in town. We have 4 heavy machine gun, and we finish with, on this side of on this hill, hiding 4 artillery piece 10.5 centimeter. In reserve, we have 3 Sturmgeschosse. So that complete. Turn 1 for the British. So my Canadian British force start to move. The heavy machine gun vehicles move 8 inches here. I forgot to move my three universal carriers, so I put them on top of the hill. And then my platoon move into the house at the entrance of the town. My formation commander on top of the hill, they are aiming to the forest there. My heavy machine gun is moving, but they are still out of range for the artillery there. So that was the aim. My infantry are moving toward the machine gun nest. And my tank move at dash speed, 18 inches, cross-country dash. So they are in range, so next turn they will be able to fire smoke or try to destroy the heavy machine gun nest. My team of mortar here did not move. I moved the aiming point for the mortar near the house behind the heavy machine gun nest. And my artillery here moved their aiming point beside the house in town where the Fallschirmjäger are standing. Now we're going to start turn one shooting by trying to roll for the airplane to come and help the advance. So to roll for the aircraft, I need to roll 4+. I got a 4, so aircraft are coming in. So I'm going to place them, and we'll come back with the shooting phase for the Canadian. Okay, so I placed my Kitty Hawk airplane 6 inches from my battery target, or my aiming point. Before I can roll to range in, I need to look if my German can do air defense. And they have a range of 40 inches, so they are inside the range of 40 inches for my 88 air defense. Now the Kitty Hawk are hit on the 5. So I need to roll a 5 to hit. So I have two anti-tank. So I place my airplane. I put an aiming point against the heavy machine gun, German heavy machine gun. Before they can try to aim in, I have to look if my German 88 air defense are in range and if they can attack the airplane. So the range is 40 inches, so we're inside that 40 inches range. My 288, one shot each, and they hit on 5+. So we're going to try to hit the airplane on the 5+. So we're going to roll 2 dice. I got a 5 and a 6, so both are hit. When we look at the Kitty Hawk, the save is 3. So on the 3, they will be saved. So the first one, no. Second one, 6 is safe. So if it is hit, my 88 need to roll firepower, if I remember right. And it is a 3. Let's check. And I roll a 5, so one plane has been shot down. Now it's the time for the aircraft to shoot. So we need to roll on the 4+, but because of the terrain, it's a 5+. So we need at least a 5+ to range in. We get a 1 and a 5. So we range in on the second attempt. That means it's 4 to hit my heavy machine gun. It becomes now a 5. So I need to roll a 5 to hit. So we're going to go with the first one, and we can only aim at the 3 there. No, second one. Yes, so that's 1 hit. And we use the third one. No, so there's only 1 hit. They will be pinned down. And now you need to make a save. It's a 3+. It's 1, he failed his save, but because he needs firepower in this instance, and the firepower is a 2+. So if we roll a 2+, we will destroy the heavy machine gun. And it is destroyed. So we lost 1 heavy machine gun. That complete the shooting for the airplane. We're going to try to go for the 10.5 and the mortar range in and firing at the German. So we have the 25 pounder here. This guy is aiming point is right there. So we need to range in for the 25 pounder. The skill is 3. So we need 3 plus 1 because of the building. So we need a 4. So we need to roll a 4 to range in. First attempt 1. Second attempt a 4. So when range in on the second attempt, there would be a penalty of plus 1 for each. So we're going to go and hit on the 5 plus, the 2 individual outside the building, 5 plus, and we get 2 hit. The 2 inside the building, 5 plus, and they miss. So the 2 outside the building need to roll safe. So we need to roll a 3 plus. 1 is fail, so we need to do a firepower to succeed. The firepower 4. My 25 pounder is a 4 plus. Nope, it's safe, but the unit is pinned down. So now it's time for the mortar to try to range in. The marker is right in front of the building. The reason for that is I have to consider the range of the mortar is 40 inches, so that will bring it over here. Hit cover everybody inside the building and outside the building. My mortar team skill is 3, so I need a 3 plus 1 for the ground, so I need to roll a 4 to range in. So first attempt, I got a 6, I range in on the first attempt. So there's 1, 2 team outside, so I'm going to roll 2 dice, hit on 4. So 1 is hit. Inside the building, there's 3 teams, so we need 3 dice, and we hit on 4. Three hit. So they need to do their save. 2 fail. Firepower would be for them a 4, so I need to roll a 4 to destroy. So 1 is destroy, 1 is safe. Now for my team outside, need a 3 to save. It's safe. So that's tough for them, but they are pinned down. Now that my artillery, mortar, air attack are done, we'll see if any other team can shoot at target. We have here my 4 heavy machine gun, Vickers, that are in range for those guys. It's 2 dice each because they move, and they hit on 4, 5, 6 because hit on 4, because they can conceal it on 5, and they are gun to ground hit on 6. So I need to roll 6 to hit. Oh, they are more than 16 inches, so I need 7. So I have 2, 6. I need to roll at least a 5 to hit. Nope. So if we recap, I'm more than 16 inches, so it's plus 1, hit on 5. They are gun to ground, hit on 6. And they are concealed, hit on 7. Now my infantry here are these 16 inches from the target. They are in range of 16 inches, but because they have a building here, they cannot shoot, but they can shoot in this angle for those 2 teams, and those 2 teams can shoot at this angle. So they have 1 shot each, and they need 6. So 2 shots at them. No, and those 2 shots at them. To hit. To do a save, they need 3 plus, and they are safe. So that's complete pretty much turn 1 for the British. So my infantry in the house here are less than 16 inches of those guys. But because of the angle, they go through the building, they cannot shoot at each other. But at this angle, they are able to see and can shoot. So those two guys need to roll a 4 to hit, 5 because they are going to ground, and 6 because they are concealed. So we need to roll a 6. We'll get 1 hit. To save, they need a 3. It's safe. Those two guys one shot each at those, and nothing happened. So that complete turn 1 for my Canadian. Surf. Turn 1 for the German. First we need to unpin any unit. So we have our 2 infantry units that are pinned down, and we have the heavy machine gun that is pinned down. So we need to roll to unpin. So when we look at the heavy machine gun, they are fearless, so we need to roll a 3 to unpin. It's out the screen, but they roll a 1, so they stay pinned. My infantry platoon here need to roll a 3. They roll a 4, so they are now unpinned. And my next infantry platoon need a 3 to unpin. And they roll a 4, so they are unpinned as well. So only one team stay pinned down is my heavy machine gun. We'll look at no reserve coming in because they don't have any reserve. They only have an ambush team. And we'll go from there. It's time for movement for the German. Now the German decide to deploy their reserve. They place the 3 Sturgisches right here, right in the open. And to be able to do that, to deploy and shoot, you have to be at least 16 inches from any enemy troops. So the Sherman, the heavy machine gun, and infantry are all more than 16 inches, so they are allowed to deploy in the open. So that will bring the Stug able to shoot directly at the Sherman over there. They're going to just have the penalty for the distance. So it's not that bad. If we get lucky, maybe the German are able to get rid of the Sherman threat. So that's for deployment of the reserve. We're going to look at my artillery if they want to change their aiming point and try to shoot at the enemy. So the German in their movement phase, nobody move except one team from a infantry platoon that earlier was destroyed inside the building. They just move another team inside. So that's the only movement. Shooting phase, we move the aiming point for the 10.5 centimeter howitzer over here. When we look at the template facing the artillery, we have all those teams under the template here. So only the last 2 are not under the template. The template doesn't have any terrain modification, so the aim is 3 point. So we need to roll at least a 3 to aim. On the first attempt, we roll a 5. So what we'll do is all those 5 in front are exactly the same kind of people. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we hit them on the 4 plus. So 5 dice on the 4 plus. So we got 2 hit. To save, they need to roll a 3. They are both safe. The mortar team hit on the 4. It's not. The Piat team is hit. Need a 3 to save. And it's safe. But the unit now is pinned down. That complete artillery. The only other team that's going to shoot will be my Sturgisches, or I'll change my mind, but pretty much that's the only team that will be shooting. My 3 Stug been deployed from the ambush. They are more than 16 inches from any Canadian. So they're going to try to hit the Sherman. The Sherman are hit on the 4 plus. But because of the distance, they need to roll a 5 plus to hit. There's no changement in the ground, so we need to roll 5 plus with 2 dice each. So we have 3 hit. We place that to 1 tank each. And the front armor for the Sherman is 6. And my anti-tank is 11. So 6, distance 7. So we need to roll at least a 4+ to be safe or maybe bail out. So we need first one a 4+. You got a 2, so it's a possible. The second one, it's a 1, it is a possible. Third one, it's a 3. They are all possible. So we need to roll a 3 on each to destroy. So my Stug firepower is 3+, so every 3 and plus would be destroyed, otherwise bail out. So 1 is destroyed and 2 teams are bail out. So that completes turn 1 for the German. We'll go turn 2 for the Canadian. So we are at the beginning of turn 2 for the Canadian. We have 2 Sherman bail out, so we need to mount them. So we need to roll a 4 for them. We get a 4, so 1 is not bail out anymore. And let's check the second one. And we'll get a 3, it stay bail out. Now for them, we need to do a last stand because they are not in good spirit. So we need to roll at least a 4+. And we roll a 2, so they go away. My infantry team that receive a 10.5 howitzer firing at them are bail out. So we need to roll a pin down. So we need to roll to put them back on on the battle. So we need to roll a 4+. And we got 3, so they stay pinned down. So that complete bailout pin down for the Canadian that do movement. Now we know the airplanes are not coming in. It's time to do artillery. We have the artillery already placed for my howitzer. So it's already 0 in. So we have 4 teams. All 4 teams are hit on 4. I have 3 hit. Now each one have to do their save. And because it's a repeat bombardment, they have to re-roll their save. So the first one is safe. Second one is possible. And third one is possible as well. So for the howitzer to destroy, they need to roll a 4. So first one, a 3, and the next one, they roll a 1. So both are safe, but they are now pinned down. Now at the far end, we have the mortar platoon going to try to hit the Fallschirmjäger inside the house over there. They have 5 teams. And my mortar platoon hit on the 4, the Fallschirmjäger on the 4 as well. So 5 teams. We roll 5 dice. So they have 2 hit. Again, my German have to do double save. One is safe, and the next one is a possible. So for that, my mortar platoon firepower is 4, so we need to roll at least a 4 to destroy 1 team. And we'll get a 5, so 1 team is destroyed. So both units of German paratrooper are pinned down now, and the team or platoon in the house at the far end are now lost 1 more team. Now that the shooting is done for the artillery and mortar team, we look at the Vickers and the movement of all the troops. So my Vickers platoon here failed their blitz, so they move only 8 inches, so they are behind the forest, they don't see anybody, so there are no shooting. My second team here we have is the Universal Carrier. They decide not to move. The reason for that is they are less than 16 inches of the German platoon, so they can fire full rate of fire. Then in the house at the entrance of the town, our village. We have my rifle platoon. They are inside the building. They stay put there. They wait for next order. So they are not moving. We try to dig the people out. We fail the skill, so they are not dig in, and there's a penalty of +1 if they decide to shoot. So on this part of the battlefield, that's what's happening. So let's do shooting before we move. We look at the movement of the others, and they're shooting. So they shoot at their full rate of fire. So it's 3 shots each, and they aim at the Fallschirmjäger. They are hit on 4, 5 because they are gun to ground, and 6 because they are concealed. So we need 9 shots. And we need to roll 6. Well, that's a good roll. So we have 5 hits. So they save on the 3. So they need 3 to save. Well, when you're talking about lucky, 2, 1, 1, 1, so 4 fail. My universal carrier need to do firepower. So all 3 of them, firepower for my universal carrier is 6. So we need to roll 6 to destroy. We got 1 6, 1 unit is destroyed. So my rifle platoon here, they try to dig in, they fail, so when they fire, they're going to fire at their moving rate of fire. So there's no reason to keep them sitting there not firing. So 1, 2, 3 teams can shoot at them. They need 6 to hit. They have 1 6. So the German need to do is save. It's a 3+. They got a 3, they are safe. Here we have 2 teams in the house, the other is behind. Not gonna fire at them. They need 6 as well. So 2 shots. 1 and 3, nothing happened. So that complete overall here they're shooting. Let's move from the middle of the table to the end. So my Vickers here did a blitz, they succeed, and they move another 8 inches on top. So they are now in the forest. They're gonna shoot at the Fallschirmjäger platoon here. They need to hit on a 6. They have 4 Vickers, so we need 8 shots. And we need to roll a 6. So we have 1 hit. The save is a 3+. And we roll a 6, so they are safe. My formation commander is here in the forest as well. They will not shoot. They're going to just stay put there. My rifle platoon here were pinned down and they stuck pinned down, so they did not move and they will not be shooting. What we have left is the Sherman, but we know they flee the battlefield. They lost their last 10, so they are out of the pictures. And right behind this rifle team, there's my Mortar platoon. They did not move. They did firing at the house at the far end. So turn 2 for the German. So beginning of German turn 2. It is mission fighting withdrawal, and it means that at the beginning of turn 2 and onward, I have to count the number of units without counting independent team like machine gun nest. If I have more than 6 units, I have to remove 1 unit at the beginning of each turn until I have less than 6. And there's another rule, we'll talk about that later on. So I have 10.5 howitzer, my heavy machine gun, 2 platoon of infantry, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 team. So I have to remove 1 team. So I decide to remove my air defense, my 88, so they will be removed from the table. We'll do that right after this. So now let's look at who's pinned down, who's not. So we have my heavy machine gun over here, my 2 platoon, and the one just a bit beside that are still pinned down. I need to remove pin down. So for them, the Fallschirmjäger, to remove pin down, I need to roll a 3 because they are fearless. So for the machine gun nest, I need to roll a 3. I got 1, They stay pinned down. My platoon of infantry of Fallschirmjäger at 3+. They have a 5, so they are not pinned down anymore. And my other platoon of Fallschirmjäger at 3+. They have a 6, so they are not pinned down anymore. So I'm going to do movement, and we'll come back from the shooting phase. So the German howitzer will fire a repeat bombardment on my infantry platoon here. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams under the template that are the same. So I have 5 dice I'm going to roll. I need to hit on the 4+. So I have 3 hit. Each one have to do double save, and they are safe on the 3+. One is a possible, so we'll put it over there. Another possible, and the last one is another possible. So for them, firepower for my German howitzer is 3+. So first one is safe. Next one is destroy. And the third one is safe. Now under the template I have as well the mortar team and the Piat team. So mortar team hit on the 4. So the Canadian tag is the mortar and the other is the Piat hit on the 4. They are all both hit. So my mortar team need to roll is 3. They are safe. And my Piat need to roll is 3. They are safe. So they are. One destroy, but the rest is safe and the unit is still pinned down. So we'll look at the rest of my movement and shooting with the German. So for the German, at this end of the table, my 88 has been removed from the table. My formation commander did not move, stay over there. My infantry team here had the people behind the hill here, and they move inside the house. My 3 Stug, they just rotate their main gun, so they rotate the tank. And the reason, and it doesn't count as being moved. So what the rule said at page 55, rotate to face, is you rotate the team to point its main weapon or weapons at the declared target team. This is a free rotation as part of the shooting, and it is not movement. If the weapon is mounted in a turret, you rotate the turret to point at the target team, or rotate the old model up to a quarter turn, 90 degrees, to point at the target team, rotating the turret the rest of the way. If you are only firing an AA machine gun, do not rotate the team at all. So if you air defense, you don't need to rotate, but for this, they're going to use their machine gun to hit the Vickers platoon over there, so I need to rotate the thing so they can aim at them. So that's for the movement at this part of, for the unit at this part of the table. This unit just moved one team. They will not move. They are still going to ground and dig in. So those guys, they have machine gun. They're going to fire at the heavy machine gun here. And they have a rate of fire of 3, so 9 dice. The Vickers platoon here are not gun to ground. They are only concealed because they just move. So I hit on 5 because they are less than 16 inches. So I need to hit on 5. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So my heavy machine gun Vickers are now pinned down. They need to do their save. The save for the heavy machine gun is 3. So we need to roll 3. Yeah, all safe except one. So one team is automatically destroyed because they are not bulletproof cover. so I don't need firepower. Next, I'm going to use those guys inside the building. Here we see that guy, they see those guys. So the rate of fire is, for my Fallschirmjäger, 2 shots each. So we're talking about 6 shots. And they hit on 5 as well. So I got 2 hit, need 3 to save. 4 and 2, so they lose another team. So the rest of the unit for the German, my heavy machine gun are sitting down, did not move, and they are digging. And my infantry over there in the house, they just shoot. My howitzers shoot, so they did not move, and that complete turn 2 for the German. Turn 3 for the Canadians, starting at the end of the table. We'll start with pin down unit and bail out. So we have my rifle platoon here pinned down. We need to roll a 4 to unpin. You got the 3, they stay pinned down. We have the heavy machine gun in the forest. They are pinned down, so we need to roll a 4. They have a 1, but because the formation commander is right beside, he can re-roll his 4. And you get a 4, so they are not pinned down anymore. So that complete all my unit that are pinned down or bail out. Let's see if we can bring airplane. So bring the airplane, we need to roll a 4 plus to have them. So let's roll. We have a 6, so the airplane are coming in. So we're going to place the airplane, do movement for all the troops, and then we'll go from there. So the Canadians were able to bring their airplane to support, and at this time, the airplane need to range in, and their skill is 4, so we need to range it on the 4 plus. We get a 6, we're ranging on the first attempt. Now the Kitty Hawk have the possibility to use the artillery, as I just wrote for it, or to use the .50 caliber against the tank. If you do the .50 caliber, it is side armor of the tank, and the side armor is 3. The side armor of the Stug, it's 3, and the anti-tank is 5. So you got a fair shot at hit or not. The same way is for the artillery, the anti-tank is 3, and firepower is 2 instead of 5. So we hit so the Stug are hit on the 4 plus. So I have 3 dice, 1 for each Stug. I need a 4 plus to hit. I got 2 hit. The top armor of the Stug is 1, and my instinct is 3. So if I roll a 2, it will equal, and it would be maybe bail out. Any higher would be safe. So the first one here, I need at least a 2. I got a 6, is safe. The next one, I need at least a 2. I got a 6, is safe as well. So everybody is safe. That complete my airplane. Let's go with the artillery and mortar team. So my mortar team here, I'm going to just move the screen a bit more. It's right here. There's 5 teams. So we hit them with the mortar on the 4 plus. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dice on the 4 plus. I got 4 hit. For the German, they need to do the safe. And because it's a repeat bombardment, they have to save twice. The first one, it's a possible. Second one is a possible as well. Third one is safe. And the fourth one is a possible. So you get 3 possible. Because they are inside the building or dig in, they need to do a firepower. And for the firepower for the mortar team, it is a 4+. So if I roll a 4+, they will be destroyed. I got 2 team destroy. We're going to destroy this one and this one. So that complete mortar team. My Howitzer 25 pounder will not fire because my rifle platoon is too close to fire at it. And we're going to move for the rest. So let's see my rifle platoon over there. So the Canadian moved their universal carrier over here. My heavy machine gun entered the wood, so they are over here. And my infantry platoon rifle company move over here, so they move 8 inches, and they are less than 4 to do an assault. Now, I really wish I can assault and don't get too much firepower so they can be repelled. So I need to pin them down. And with any luck, also I can destroy 1 team with any luck. So for that, we're going to start with my universal carrier. They have 3 shots each, and they hit on 6 because they are gun to ground, conceal, and bulletproof cover. So we need to roll 6. So 3, 6, 9. And we need at least 5 hits to pin them down. So we're going to start with them. We have 2 hits. Need to do their save. And they are safe on the 3+. 1 fail. So we need firepower and we need to roll a 6. And we roll a 6 so we can destroy 1 team. But we have only 2 hits. My heavy machine gun, they're going to shoot at them. They need 6. They have 2 each. 2, 4, 6, 8 shot. And we need to roll at least a 6. There's no 6, so there's no hit. Now in regard to my rifle company here, they have 1 shot each, only for the people in front. So we have 1 team over here is my flamethrower. So we have 2 shots. So we need 6 as well. We got nothing. And the 2 other team need to roll 6. They got 2 6. So we need to save 3. 1 is failed. So we need firepower and we need a 6. No, it's safe. But now we are at 4 hits. The last is my 2 heavy machine gun in the forest. So let's just move a bit like that. So my 2 machine gun here dig in. So they can shoot moving rate. So they can shoot 2 times each. And we need to roll 6. So it's 4 dice. And we need to roll a 6. And we don't. So we fail to have at least 5 hits and pin them. But regardless, we're going to assault. So we're going to just move the P. So the German getting assault. My rifle company, the Canadian, move to a maximum of 4 inches. And the most direct route for that. So those 2 teams here move 4 inches and hit on the side. And those move 4 inches and hit on the front. So those 1, if it is coming over here, would be more than 4 inches. And to hit them would be more than 4 inches, so they cannot assault. So my Fallschirmjäger, they have 5 teams. That is less than 4. Actually, this team doesn't count because they are blocked by the wall of the house. So 1, 2, 3 can shoot right there. and this guy could shoot. So we got 14, 2 shot each, 8 shot. We need to hit at least 5 times on the 4 plus. So we have 1 hit. The rest are miss. So 1 hit. We need to do the save. The save for the rifle company is a 3 plus. The other 4, so they are safe. They roll their skill for the assault. And my rifle platoon skill is 4, so I have 4 shots and need 4 plus. So 5-5-1-1, the formation, the platoon leader is destroyed, and they succeed on their assault. Now my Fallschirmjäger need to see if they counterattack. And for that they use motivation, a 3 plus. So they need to roll a 3 to counterattack. They roll a 5 so they can counterattack. So they're going to just move up to here. And let's see if I can move them 4 inches to the enemy. Because the Fallschirmjäger never back off. So they are moving. They counterattack. They use their skill to counterattack. So they need to roll a 3 plus to destroy. They can destroy 3 teams. They got 4-5, so they destroy 2 teams. So let's say we destroy those 2 teams. We move forward my rifle company. They need to do their motivation to counterattack. And for that, they need to roll a 4 plus. You got a 5, they can counterattack. They need a 4 plus to destroy. So 2 dice. Destroy 1. So 1 team is destroyed. The German will do a counterattack. They need to roll a 3 plus to be able to counterattack. They roll a 1, so they cannot counterattack. So they have to move at least 6 inches away from the enemy. So 6 inches is a bit more here. Now the Canadian can consolidate, so they're going to move inside the house. So in the rule book it said the victorious unit can consolidate, so they don't talk about the team, but the unit. So I move 4 inches my rifle platoon over here. My German back off 6 inches, so they were now over here. They were not pinned down during the assault, and now they move back. And I did not read if they are pinned down now or not, so I don't know. I would consider them not pinned down. If you know the answer for me, please write in the bottom, page 54, 56, whatever page is, and say if they are pinned down or not, according to the rule book. But I did not read in the rule book they are pinned down, so they are over here. So that complete turn 3 for the Canadian. Beginning of turn 3 for the German. We're going to go with fighting withdrawal scenario. You need to remove 1 unit if you have more than 6 units on the table. So I had 6 units on the table. The German decided to remove their 10.5 howitzer. It's more important to defend those objectives than battery firing for them, so they remove the howitzer. So now they have only 5 units ready for battle for the German. They have my heavy machine gun, they are pinned down, so I'm going to roll to unpin. They need a 3 plus to unpin. So they have a 4, they are able to unpin. Like I said, I don't know about my Fallschirmjäger platoon, if they are unpin or pin, so they stay there, unpin. My platoon of infantry here, 3 team, they need to unpin on the 3+. They have a 6, so they unpin. So that completes what is pin and not pin for the German. We'll do movement and then see what we get from there. So the German, for the shooting, the heavy machine gun here, going to shoot at the Vickers in the forest. This one is on the counterbank, so they don't see the target. They will not be shooting, so only those 2 teams. They are not pinned down anymore, so they're going to have a rate of fire of 6 to hit. So we're going to remove the gun to ground. Not 6 to hit, but 6 dice to hit each. So a total of 12. My Vickers hit on 4, they are concealed, so hit on 5. So I need to roll 5. I got 1 hit, 2 hit. The save for the Vickers are 3+, so we need to roll at least 2 dice of 3+. 6 and 2, we lose 1 team. My German infantry here will try to dig in. So they dig in on the 3+. So they dig in. They will not be shooting, so they will be digging and gun to ground. My Stug will fire 9 shots at the guy. So they hit on 4, 5 because they are concealed. So we need to roll 5. We got 3 hit, 4 hit, so we don't have enough to pin them down, but we have enough. They need to do their save. They need to roll 4+, 3+ for the save. For the rifle platoon, save is 3, so we need 3. Only 1 failed because they are in bulletproof cover. I need to do firepower, so I need to roll a 6. 1, so they are safe and they are not pinned down. So that completes turn 3 for the German. So for the British, so for the Canadian, we need to unpin team. My platoon of infantry over there need a 4+ to unpin. They got a 5, they unpin. Now we'll try to bring the airplane. I need a 4+ to bring the airplane. And they have a 3, so there's no airplane. We'll do artillery. First of all, my howitzer will aim over here now. They're going to try to pin down my Fallschirmjäger heavy machine gun. So they are aim on the range in on the 3. Now they range on the 4 because of the terrain. So we need to roll a 4 to range in. Get a 1 first attempt, second attempt, get a 4. So we range in on the second attempt. They are hit on 4. Now they are hit on 5. So 2 dice, 1 each. So we'll start with that. Hit on 5. He's a hit. And this one hit on 5. He's not. He need to do his save. It's a 3+. He got a 5. So he's safe, but the unit now is pinned down. So we're going to do movement for everybody and come back with firing, shooting, and assault if necessary. I did not do a mortar fire, so let's do the mortar fire for the Canadian. So there's 3 teams under the template. So they are hit on the 4, so I need to roll 4. I got 5, 5, 3, so 2 hit. It's a repeat bombardment, so my force need two double safe. So the first one, 6-3, they are safe. Next one, 4-3, they are safe. So both are safe, but they are now pinned down again. So we complete the movement and the artillery firing now. So let's prepare for the shooting. It's really important at this stage. We need to win that war for the Canadian and push the German back so we can go to Rome. So let's go back to my rifle team. So my rifle team are less than 2 inches from the German, so they are getting ready for assault. The artillery pinned down the heavy machine gun, so that heavy machine gun that can support the assault against the assault now is pinned down, so it's only 2 shots. My universal carrier move forward so they can shoot, but they don't block line of sight, so those guys are going to shoot as well. They haven't moved, so rate of fire is out. Rate of fire is 3 as normal, and this is moving rate of fire of 1. So let's go for shooting. We're going to start with the heavy machine gun. So we'll start with 12 dice, and then we'll go for another 6 after that. We need to roll them 4, 5, 6. So we need to roll on 6. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the unit is pinned down. They need to do their safe. And to do their safe, they need to roll at least at 3 plus. Only one fail. Need to do firepower, and we need to roll a 6. Roll a 2 is safe, but the unit now is pinned down. Now my universal carrier, 3 shot each, so 9 shot. Hit on the 6 as well. We don't have any hit. My rifle company, they have 3 teams in front. One team, it's a flamethrower, so you shoot two shot, hit on the 4, so 2 hit 4, 5, 6. So hit on the 6 because they gun to ground. Foxhole hit on 4, so my flamethrower. No. And my 2 team need 6 as well. 1 hit, need a save. Is not, so need firepower 6. No. So that's complete. Shooting with my team. We'll do the assault now. So my rifle company move to a maximum of 4 inches. The most direct route to the team they want to assault. So the 2 team here, I have 2 teams assaulting that guys. Even though this guy is less than 4 inches over here, I choose not to assault. The reason for that, they would bring the Sturmgeschoss 8 inches right here, and they would be hit by the Stug, and they will fire a lot of rounds against them. I don't want that. So now they are more than 8 inches here. They are 8 inches here, so I can shoot at them. So it's 3 shots here, and 2 shots by them. And hit on the 4. I got 3 hit, I need 5. So I need to do the save. 3 safe, and they are safe on the 3. 1 fails, so 1 team is destroyed. So let's destroy 1 team and move forward the other team. Now my rifle company is gonna shoot. They need to hit on the 4 plus because their skill is 4. So it's 3 teams. I got a 4, 4, 3. So 2 teams are destroyed. The 2 teams I'm aiming at. To counterattack, that team need to roll a 3 plus. One, he needs to withdraw at least 6 inches. So we back him up 6 inches at least. And I bring him right here. I'm going to consolidate my infantry, and we'll go from there. So the rifle platoon consolidate on the objective without moving more than 4 inches. There's no German to contest the objective right now, so at turn 4 the German will need to contest if they want to continue the fight. At the other end, I'm going to just move the camera. In the movement step, my formation commander who was here move with that infantry platoon. They are now move 8 inches. They try to do a blitz, they fail, so they move 8 inches maximum. They are over here. And they are getting close to assault that objective. If the Canadians assault that objective and they are not contested, they may win because they are considered an independent team, so they cannot contest the objective. Only this team, the formation commander for the Fallschirmjäger is less than 4 inches, and I can bring those infantry to contest the objective as well next turn for the German. So let's go turn 4 for the German. That's the beginning of turn 4 for the German. So when we look at strategic withdrawal, we need to count how many units left. There's 5 units left. So that's less than 6. They don't lose any unit, but they gain what they call a delay counter point. So what that do is you had the number of units with the delay counter point at the beginning. If they total 6, you remove a unit. If they are less than 6, you continue forward. So they have 5 units, so they gain a delay counter. So that's mean next turn, if they don't lose any unit, they will have 6 units on the table, and they will need to withdraw 1 unit. So let's go with pin down unit and victory condition, that's down, last stand, etc. So when we look at the unit, we have a platoon of infantry here. He's unique, so he's not in good spirit. He needs to roll a dice to see if he stays on the battlefield. So we need to roll at least a 3+. We roll a 1, so he's removed from the battlefield. All other units are in good spirit, so we can continue. Let's go with this heavy machine gun. They are pinned down, so we need to roll at least a 3 to unpin. You roll a 5, so now they are unpinned. Let's go on the left side. My second platoon of Fallschirmjäger here, they are pinned down as well, so we need to roll at least a 3 to unpin. They roll a 1, they stay pinned down. So now we visit all pinned down unit and bail out. It's time to go movement. For the German movement, my Sturmgeschütz failed his blitz, so he moved only 10 inches. And the same way, the reason he moved only 10 inches is he has to be at least 2 inches away from the Canadian. That will bring more than 4 inches to be from the objective, so he cannot contest the objective. So my heavy machine gun move, so they are able to contest the objective. That's all the movement for the German at this turn. So let's go shooting. So shooting first would be my heavy machine gun. They have moved, so it's a rate of fire of 2, 6 dice, and they hit the Canadian on the 4+. 2, 2, 3, 1, 1, 4, so only 1 hit. The Canadian is safe, he needs a 3+. He rolled a 3, so he is safe, but has been hit at least 1 time. My Sturmgeschütz need to shoot at least 3 each, so 9 shots. So they need to hit on the 4+ as well. They have 1, 2, 3, 4 hit. So they are now pinned down unit. We need to do the save. The Piat first, you need to roll a 3. It's a 5, so it's safe. Each infantry unit need to re-roll its 3 at least. 2 fail, so 2 are destroyed. The unit is now pinned down. Let's see if they decide to assault. So the skirmishers will assault the infantry team here. So Canadian will do defensive fire. Only one team can shoot and have some effect on the tank. It's the Piat. So the Piat need to roll at least to hit a 4+. He hit a 4, so he hit one of the skirmishers. Now the Piat anti-tank is 10 against side armor of the skirmishers at 3, so it's directly firepower. For that, my Piat need to roll at least a 5. So we need a 5. We got a 4, so it's safe. My skirmishers will do the assault now. So the Stug need to roll a 4 to destroy the Piat. Roll a 6 and 3, so the Piat is destroyed. So all team has to move at least 6 inches from the skirmishers. So the German Sturm consolidate. They move to a maximum of 4 inches in any direction. They decide to sit on the objective, so that will end turn 4 for the German. Beginning of turn 5 for the Canadian, they have their infantry pinned down, so we need to unpin. They need to unpin on the 4+. They got a 5, so they are unpinned. We'll do, nobody else is pinned down, so we're going to do movement and come back for the shooting phase. So I don't have any more infantry pinned down or any unit pinned down. I need to roll a 4 for the Air Force. I got a 4, so we're good. We can bring the airplane on the table. So let's bring the airplane. We're going to start by mortar fire, artillery, and plane attack. So my airplane is over the objective. I need to roll at least a 4 for the skill, 5 for the terrain. So I need to roll a 5 to range in. I rolled a 6 on the first turn, so I range in. So we were able to range in on the first attempt. So let's see if we can make a carpet bombing and hit those Stug and that heavy machine gun. So we need to hit on the 4+ for the Stug. I got 6, 3, 3, so only one hit. The top armor is 1 and the bomb is 3, so we need to roll at least a 2 to be maybe bail out and 3 more to be safe. 1, he can be destroyed. We need to do a firepower, and my airplane firepower is a 2. So if we roll a 2, he will be destroyed. Roll a 1, so he's just bail out unit. So we're going to take one thing and bail him out. The infantry is hit on the 4, so we need to roll a 4 to hit. Hit a 4, so he will be pinned down. So we're going to mark them pinned down. Now he need to do his save. He need to roll a 3+, and he save. He roll a 5, so he is safe. So that complete the shooting from the airplane. We'll go at the other end of the table, and we'll see if we can shoot the artillery and the mortar team. We'll start with the mortar team here. It's a repeat bombardment, so 1 each, and they are hit on the 4. So 3 dice hit on the 4. You got 1, 1, 4, so only 1 hit. German need to do a save. It's a 3+. He rolled a 4, so he's safe. They are pinned down, but they were already pinned down. The other is my 10.5 Howitzer. My formation commander for the Canadian is spotting for them. They are on top of the hill, so they're put the marker like this. My Canadian has to be at least 4 inches from it, so it's not a problem. So we can shoot. We need to hit on the 4. The skill is 3. 4 for the terrain, so we need a 4 to hit. We're just making sure. HU Commander skill is 4, so no, we need a 4, 5. So we need to roll a 5 to hit. We get a 2 first attempt, second attempt, 4, third attempt, 2. So they are not range in. So that's go for the artillery. Let's go for the shooting phase for the Canadian. Here for the Canadian, we're going to have my 3 universal carrier aiming at the heavy machine gun. It's 3 shots each. So we're talking about 9 shots. The unit is pinned down, but they are not in bulletproof cover but they are concealed because they are gun to ground, so they're concealed, but they are not in bulletproof cover because they did not dig in. So they're going to hit on 4, 5 because they are concealed. We have 3 hits. They need to do their save, so a 2 plus. No, they need to do a save, so it's 3 plus. 1 failed, so firepower. Need to roll a 6. You got a 2 is safe. My heavy machine gun Vickers, they have 6 shots each. So 18 shot. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18 shots. So 18 shots, 3, 6 each. They haven't moved. And they are hit on 5 as well. So 2 hit, 3, 4, 5. So they have 5 hit. They need to do their save, 3 plus. 2 fail. So they need firepower, and they need to firepower with a 6. 4 and 3, so they are safe, but they are pinned down, and they were pinned down. Nobody gonna shoot at the Sturgishes, so we're gonna go on the other side of the table and see what we can do with my infantry here. So my platoon of Canadian move over here. They are less than 4 inches from that machine gun nest, and more over here. We have the formation commander for the falls over there on the hill. The intent is to assault those guys. So here we have my flamethrower. They are less than 4 inches, so they can shoot at him. Movement shooting is 2, so I can roll 2. My machine gun nest is hit on the 3, so I need to roll at least a 3 to hit with my flamethrower. I got a 5 and a 6, so we got 2 hit. My machine gun nest, let's see what is saved. His save is a 3 plus, so you need to roll at least a 3 plus to be safe. And because it's a brutal weapon, they need to save again. So the first save need 2, 3, and it's safe. The second one need 3 again. He failed, so he is automatically destroyed because the firepower for my flamethrower is auto. So there's no chance there. They are destroyed. Because the gun nest has been destroyed, we're going to try to use the remainder of my infantry here to shoot at them. They are considered in their foxhole, and they are gun to ground, so that means 4, 5, 6, they need to hit 6. We have 3 units in the front, but because they shoot on top of the hill, the troops in front are not really a problem for them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shots. We need to roll 6 to hit my formation commander. There's no hit, so that's complete. So that complete. Turn 5 for the Canadian. We're going to go turn 5 for the German. Beginning of turn 5 for the German, we look at the number of units. We're on the table. We have 1 heavy machine gun, 1 Stug, that's 2. 1 platoon of infantry, 3. My formation commander, 4. So we have 14. We have 1 point for the, what do they call it? Delay counter. So we need to add a delay counter. So we have 2 delay counter. That brings to 6. Next turn, I'm going to have to remove a team, or if they did not lose any team, and turn 5. Now, pin down unit, we have my heavy machine gun. You need to roll a 3 to come back. Yeah, need to roll a 3 to unpin. Roll a 2, they stay pinned down. My Fallschirmjäger Stug is fearless, so you need to roll a 3 to unpin. Get a 6, so they are unpinned. And we have my Fallschirmjäger infantry platoon, 3 team in the house. I need a 3 to unpin. Got to roll a 2, so they stay pinned down. Sorry, I didn't show that, but it's a 2, they stay pinned down. That's it for pin unit and bailout unit. So let's do movement and shooting. Shooting, we have the heavy machine gun here. I will not try to shoot, I'm going to try to dig in. So I need to roll at least a 3 to dig. Roll a 5 so they can dig in. If I shoot, they're going to lose their gun to ground, so I'm going to keep them gun to ground for the moment, and I won't shoot at the enemy. My 3 Stugisches, they're going to hit the universal carrier, so I need 6 dice, and universal carrier is hit on the 4. So let's see, hit on the 4. We get 5 hit. So firepower, 3 plus. We got 4 hits, so all 3 are destroyed. They're still going to stay where they are. Let's move at the other end of the table. My gun nests have a range of 16 inches. So they are in range. You can fire 4 shots. They're going to fire 4 shots at my infantry. So they hit on 4. 1, 1, 2, 2. Just to show right there. 1, 1, 2, 2. So no hit. My formation commander is too far to hit, so they will not shoot at. So that's complete. My turn 5 for the German. So turn 6 for the Canadian. My 2 infantry platoon move. One near the village, move it behind, so they back up a bit, so they withdraw and go inside the house, so they are now in bulletproof cover if they get shot at. My heavy machine gun did not move. My 2nd platoon of infantry and a formation commander moved close enough to be able to assault the other gun nest over there if it is needed. We're going to go shooting. First we need to call if we can bring an airplane. So we need to roll at least a 4 plus. Got a 6, so we bring the airplane. We're going to place the airplane, then we're going to do the artillery and the airplane shooting, and then the infantry shooting. Okay, here I made a mistake. I should not move my formation commander, so I put them back, so they did not move to join the other infantry platoon because I need them for the aiming point for my howitzer. So I push them back, so they are not moving, so the only unit that move is my 2 infantry platoon. So we'll start with my mortar. It's a repeat bombardment, so 3 dice, hit on 4 plus. 1 hit, you need to save, so a repeat bombardment, 2 roll, 2 and 1, so we need firepower, and my firepower for my mortar platoon is a 4, so you need to roll a 4. Roll a 2 is safe. Now my formation commander, it's a 4, so we need to roll a 5 to aim my howitzer, so we need to roll 5. Got a 5 on the first attempt. So we're gonna range in, and we have a penalty of 0. So they are hit on the 4. So I need 3 dice, hit on the 4. 6, 3, 2, so 1 hit. Need to do is save. A 3 plus. A 2, he failed. So firepower for my howitzer. 25 pound firepower is 4, so we need to roll a 4. We roll a 2, is safe. Damn it, if we can destroy that platoon, we'll be safe, and we can win by default. So now shooting for my airplane. So my airplane need a 5 to range in. This first roll, got a 3. Second roll, got a 6. So we're ranging on the second attempt. So they are hit on 4, so now they are hit on 5. I have 3 Stug, so hit on 5. 5, 2, 1, so 1 hit. You need at least a 2 plus to be bail out possible or save completely. Got a 5, so completely fail. Fine. My heavy machine gun hit on the 4, 5. Second attempt. Roll a 3, so it's safe. So my airplane, no damage, and they run away, fly away. Remove that. So go to my infantry. My flamethrower, 2 round, hit on the 3 to hit the machine gun nest. 4 and 5, so they are hit 2 times. We need to save, and for save, it's a 3 plus, but because it's a brutal weapon, we need to double save. So we need 2, 3 one time, 2 and 5, so it failed. And because the brutal weapon is auto, that machine gun nest is destroyed. My infantry platoon remainder, so 5 team, 1 shot each. They're going to hit the formation commander over here. They are hit on 6, hit on 4, conceal, gun to ground, 6, so hit on 6. We got 2 hit. You need to do is save, so you need to roll 3. They failed both. So now the Canadian, to destroy, they need to roll 6. 4 and 2, they are safe, so they are not pinned down, and they are good. So that complete my turn 6 for the Canadian. Let's go to turn 6 for the German. So beginning of turn 6 for the German, we have to look at this fighting withdrawal rules. They need to have at least 6 units to remove 1, or 6 total counting his delay counter. So we have heavy machine gun for 1 unit, Stug second unit, 3 is my Fallschirmjäger platoon, 4 is the formation commander, and we have 2 counter delayed. So we have a total of 6. We need to remove 1 unit. So we're going to remove the heavy machine gun over there because the Stug are holding the objective pretty tight. It would be difficult to remove. So now we have 3 units left on the table for the German. Of those 3 units, they are all still in good spirit. So the counter is back to 0. So next turn, we will have to start to make counter. So it's going to be German turn. We need to do pin down unit. So my infantry there is pinned down. So we need to roll 3 plus. Roll a 2, they stay pinned down. That's complete. The German still going to try to hit my Canadian heavy machine gun. It's 3 shots each, 6 shots. They are gun to ground. I forget to dig in, so they just gun to ground. So I hit on 5. So it's 9 shots hit on 5. We have, that was a 6 and a 5 over here. Everything else is a miss. So they need to roll a 3 plus safe. They are both safe and they are not gone to ground. My formation here haven't moved. They are dead, less than 16 inches, so they can fire. Or there's one behind the building, so he can fire those 2 guys. 4 shots. Now, if I do that, they're going to be not gun to ground, so it's easier to hit. Don't do that. So they won't shoot. That would complete turn 6 for the German. The German are contesting the objective with their formation commander less than 4 inches from the target with my infantry over there, so they are fine. I cannot really move my Stug because they will be leaving the objective empty. Beginning of turn 7 for the Canadian. I have no unit pinned down, so we stay there. My infantry in the town will stay where they are. They force the Stug not to move. That's a good thing. We have my infantry on the objective, on the other objective, but it's contested by the formation commander of the Fallschirmjäger. So what we will try to do is bring the plane, so we need to roll a 4 plus. You get a 4, so you're going to bring the plane against the Stug one more time. I'm going to just put aiming point over here. So we're still 8 inches from any Canadian, so we can roll, and we need to roll to hit. So we need a 5 plus. So first roll, it's a 6, so we roll first attempt. So we need to hit on a 4 plus 3 Stugisches. 4 dice. Let's do that again. 3 dice and 4 plus. You got a 5, 6, so 2 hit. They need at least a 2 to equal or better. So 1 possible, 1 safe. So the firepower is 2 plus, so we need to roll at least a 2. Roll a 3, so 1 Stug is destroyed. Let's go on this end over here and look at the infantry. It's a repeat bombardment for both the mortar team and the howitzer. So mortar team is 3 dice, hit on 4. You have 5, 4, and 1. So we need 2 safe. First safe, no, possible. And the second one, it's a possible as well. So my mortar team, firepower is 4, so 2 roll. You got a 5 and a 3, so 1 team is destroyed. So I think I'm going to stop right there. because my formation here, no, I can do the last, I'm going to continue, I cannot do the last 10 because I can roll the last 10. So my wizard, 2 shot, need to hit on the 4. 5-4, so 2 hit, need 2 save. So you need to save on the 3+. First is possible, a 1-4. And the second one, it's a 5-2, it's another possible. So we need to roll for the wizard a 4+. So we need to roll 4+ to destroy. 2 and 3, they are both safe, but their units stay pinned down. So that's for all my artillery firing. So first, let's have the Piat hit the formation commander. Need to roll a 6 to hit. You got a 3 miss. My mortar team hit on the 6. 3 miss. I got 5 infantry team, did not move, so 2 shot each, so 10 shot. And need to hit on the 6. I got only 1 hit. You need to do a save, a 3+. You got a 3 is safe. So they are not pinned down, and that complete turn 7 for the Canadian. Turn 7 for the German. At this stage of the battle, we'll let the Stuttgarters on the objective over there. I don't think the assault will do anything to save them, so they are pretty fine. We will concentrate over here at this end of the table. First of all, we need to look at many teams. We have 3 teams. So we need to do a counter 1 for the withdrawal. So that brings them to 4 points. We need to do pin down unit infantry. So we need to roll a 3+. You got a 6. They are not pinned down anymore. Now that infantry is not in good spirit, so they need to roll last 10, so we need to roll a 3. You got a 3, they stay, so we're fine. Shooting now. My infantry team going to shoot at the infantry over there, so 4 shot. They are hit on 4. Only 1 hit. Need a 3 to save. The 5, so destroy 1 team. So that's complete. Turn 7 for the German. Turn 8 for the Canadian. We're going to do movement, and we're going to be like, this time we go or we don't. So we're going to have our infantry moving. No, they cannot. I won't do that. I won't move the infantry against the Stuttgart. I'm going to leave them there. What we're going to go is look at the repeat bombardment over here, the airplane bombardment, and see what we can do with that first. So let's see if we bring the plane on the 4+. 1, they don't have any plane. Now the mortar is going to shoot on the 4 to hit. They don't hit. The howitzer on the 4. They hit 2 times. Need to do their save, so 2 dice. 1 possible, a second dice. The 2 are possible. So my 25-pounder need to roll a 3 to destroy. No, need to roll a 4 to destroy. 6-6, so the unit is destroyed. So now pretty much the game is finished. The reason for that is my formation of Fallschirmjäger only have formation commander, so they are not in good spirit. And because they have less than 2 teams, they leave the battlefield. So that would bring victory for the Canadian. So with the turn 8 for the Canadian, they destroy 1 platoon of Fallschirmjäger. So the formation of German is only the formation command. So not enough to stay on the battlefield. So at turn 8 for the German, the formation commander will leave the battlefield, and that will end the combat. So it's a defeat for the German and the opening of the LIRI Valley all the way the road to Rome for the Allied. So that's complete my video. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon with my next battle report. Thank you again. If you see any mistake, please write in the bottom what are the mistakes and what's the reference and the rules book in reference to my mistake. So I'm not too sure about the airplane. I think because there are two, I should have rolled it again when I hit, but I'm not sure about that. So if you can confirm that with me, because they have only two airplanes, it's a roll to hit and re-roll because they have less than two, like the artillery. Let me know. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoy. Bye-bye.